All right, we finally got Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. The match is over, and we have a winner finally. Tommy Fury pulls it off. Surprised me. I did think Jake Paul was going to win, and I was going for Jake Paul. It was a good fight. I was maybe not on the edge of my seat the whole time, but when you're actually going for someone when you're watching a fight, you naturally are kind of like just waiting for each round to get over. You don't know what's going to happen. That's what we love about watching fighting. I thought Jake did all right. He didn't look as good as he has in the past, which was to be expected. As this time he's fighting a real boxer, as everyone said. So yes, he did step up to the challenge, and my commentary on this is going to be biased because I don't know if I'm a Jake Paul fan, but I wouldn't say I'm against Jake Paul, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I was a little bummed to see him lose, but it's good to have loss in our whatever we're doing. Because if we don't see both sides of the equation, then sometimes we forget, and we don't work as hard sometimes to get what we want and to push ourselves to continue on. For him, it'd be winning. This may be what he needed to push. For another I don't know, 10, 20 fights being undefeated. I don't know what will come from this, but I was impressed with the fight between the two. I'm glad it finally happened. We do need to give credit to both guys, not only for them finally both showing up, but at the end of the fight, I did see Tommy Fury talking to Jake, and he said, Tommy said, "I've been doing this since I was 6 years old." And he said to Jake, "You've only been doing this for 3 years." So, they showed mutual respect for each other. I thought that was cool. What we do have to realize, like I said, we have to give that respect to both of them, but to Jake Paul. He stepped up, he took the challenge, he did what everybody wanted, and he fought a real boxer. And if you think about it, I think Tommy Fury's 23. So that means that's 14 plus 3. He's been boxing for 17 years, and Jake Paul's been boxing for 3. So what I'm seeing here is they're probably going to have a rematch, and I'm kind of hoping it's not immediate, like within 3 months or so. I'm hoping it's closer to about a year. Maybe Jake fights someone else in between. I don't know what will happen, but if they rematch and it's more than a year away, I think Jake easily wins, just because he hung with him the whole time. He's the only one that got knocked down. There was a lot of clinching. I don't know what was going on with that. I mean, that's you see that a lot with inexperienced boxers, I think. Not that they're inexperienced, but they're not, at the top of their careers, I guess. Yeah, so Jake didn't. He kept throwing his overhand, and he wasn't landing like he wanted it to, like it has on his previous opponents, which makes sense. The guy's been boxing his whole life, so this is the big difference that Jake Paul got to see is, when you box someone who's been doing it, the things you usually throw at people, they don't always land, they don't always work, and he got a real boxing match this time, and that's why it was so great to watch. What's next for Jake? Obviously, I think Jake does actually want the rematch, and he said it, in his post-fight interview that yes, he wants the rematch. I don't know if Tommy Fury actually addressed it or not, but Jake Paul did say he wanted it. I'm guessing Jake wants it back. It was in the contract that there's a rematch clause. I don't know if that was for both sides or just for Jake. The other thing I don't know, and I got to look into, is did they end up signing the other contract to where winner takes all? I don't know if they did. From what I seen last, Tommy Fury never signed it. So that kind of sucks for him now, because if he won, he would have got all the money. But regardless, if he would have lost, he kept whatever he did earn. So I understand that. I probably wouldn't have signed it either. That's a trap that Jake Paul sets up for a lot of his opponents. Similar types of traps. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, he likes to throw it on his opponents and say, "Well, are you scared to lose? Are you scared to lose? Come on, put all your money on the line. Put your money where your mouth is, right?" But the funny thing is Jake Paul's the one that puts the rematch in the clause, or in the contract. Sorry, I think that's just kind of funny. he likes to throw shade at those guys for shutting it down, but he's the one that puts the rematch in the contract. So overall, it was a great fight. I'm not going to get into any details on, the way these guys boxed. I'm not a boxer, but I'm a fan. I'm watching. I enjoy it. So let me know in the comments below what you thought of this fight, and did the guy you want to win or not? Let me know, and please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs. Thank you.